What is going on YouTube? Drew Nelson back here again doing another dip review for you guys, and today I'm going to be reviewing Skoal Ready Cut Straight. This is probably my second favorite in the Ready Cut line of dips from Skoal. They're fairly new. If you don't know, they just came out probably like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago. I don't even know. It probably hasn't even been that long, but these things are phenomenal. So I figured I would just go ahead and do a review on the straight because I haven't done a review on the straight yet. So let's go ahead and get started. First things first, obviously if you've seen some of my other reviews, you've seen what Skoal Ready Cut looks like. So bear with me for a second. If you haven't seen what Skoal Ready Cut looks like, there it is, a magical little fucking nugget of magical tobacco. I don't fucking know. But the one thing that I did notice, and that someone actually pointed out to me like a while ago, it was actually in a comment, and thank you somebody for like noticing, because I thought I was the only one. Doesn't that look like, and you can agree with me, like I don't even know. So what you can do, like here's kind of like the main gist of my argument. What you can do is you can, for Skoal Ready Cut, you can take it out and just put it in your lip, like, you know, a little nugget that it is. You can just put it in like that. Or what you can do is smash it all together and kind of like, it makes it just like a normal dip. Like if you just kind of clump all these little nuggets together, right? Well, I mean, I haven't taken one out of this. This is like a fresh new can. Doesn't it look like if I were to clump all of these together, it would actually be like less dip than a normal can? I don't really know. Maybe that's just Skoal's way of like trying to sell more fucking dip. I'm not really sure. But nevertheless, I think there is a difference. It would be one thing if this was the same texture as like Skoal Straight or, you know, something else, but it's not. It's fucking incredible. So we'll go ahead and throw it in right now. So let's see, what else, what did I want to go over? I don't even know. Fuck, this week has just been a shit show. God damn it. Let's see if we can, we're going to take a very large dip today because I have an Arabic test tomorrow that I must study for, and it's just not going to be any fun whatsoever. Alright, let's do our best with fucking all those little, I like lined up all those little nuggets, and like, I don't know, we'll see how this works. It's fucking like, it's literally leaking. This tobacco is like getting wet all over my hand, and I kind of like it because it's just really that fucking moist and that smooth. So, okay, let's enjoy this. Mm-hmm. Alright. Okay, so the first thing that I did want to go over about Skoal Ready Cut, that I actually just mentioned, but it's worth noting. Ready Cut in general is just like ridiculously smooth. It's amazing. Like I think, and I go over this in one of my earlier videos, but I think it's because when you compress a bunch of tobacco into kind of this little cube, right? You're gonna get out like any stems, any other, you know, bullshit that's in your dip, and you're left with pretty much just like pure, unadulterated, smooth fucking tobacco. So that's why I really like this stuff. That being said, it does break the bank a little bit. I bought this one for, I think it was like close to $4 or something like that. I went to the gas station. I've like been congested as shit, so I like had to go get some Afrin, which I've heard you can get addicted to. I didn't know that anybody could get addicted to Afrin, but now I guess I can see it because it like, it's supposed to give you like an amphetamine type buzz. I'm not really sure. All I know is that my grandma was addicted to Afrin, which, I mean, if you're like as old as my grandma and all you're addicted to is Afrin, then I think you're like probably doing all right. But so I went to go pick like some shit up from the mini mart, and I saw this there, and I was just like, hey, like that looks like a good one to review. I haven't done one yet. So let's see. As far as flavor goes of the Ready Cut versus like a normal Skoal Straight or like Copenhagen Straight, really not that much of a difference. If anything, I'm trying to kind of go back to my prototype of Copenhagen Straight. Copenhagen Straight compared to Skoal Ready Cut is a little spicier. I can't really tell like that much of a difference. It's not like night and day. It's not like, I'm sure if you were to do a blind taste test or something like that, I could probably put in like, you know, a Cope Straight lip and a Skoal Ready Cut lip and not be able to tell the difference until the only way you would be able to tell the difference is texture, obviously, because this is a fucking nugget and Cope Straight is just a normal long cut dip. So flavor-wise, they're really not that dissimilar. The one thing that I do like about Skoal Straight, actually, a little bit more than Copenhagen Straight as far as the whole dip and flavor experience is concerned, I really like the way that Skoal Ready Cut tends to spread out in your lip as the dip progresses. So, I mean, Copenhagen or like pretty much any long cut dip, you guys know that sometimes you'll like put a lipper in, and as you kind of like work it against the side of your lip and everything, it just becomes rougher and rougher as the dip goes on, and like it's probably just your oral tissue, like your lip just getting raw as you kind of like juice your fucking dip. The one thing about Skoal Ready Cut is that it like doesn't do that. It's like literally a sponge of tobacco in your lip, and it tastes amazing, and it's fucking incredible. I love it. You know what else I really like about it? 100% American grown tobacco. Straight. Yeah. We fucking like that. We don't fuck around with like, I don't know, Ecuadorian tobacco or Nicaraguan or wherever the fuck it is that like other dip comes from. I don't even know. If someone could like source Grizzly's dip for me or like Kayak's dip for me, it would be much appreciated, because I've been looking it up and I can't like find it anywhere. But Grizzly claims that they're like 100% American tobacco, and I don't believe that shit one bit. Same with Kayak. Kayak was actually manufactured in the depths of hell by Satan himself, and then just distributed to the U.S. market, I'm fairly sure. So, anyways, that's just I really like Kayak. I fucking love Kayak. Especially like some of their flavors, like their peach one and their grape one. Both of them are actually like really good. As far as like flavor goes, the problem is they just last like 10 seconds. It's like a piece of, I don't know, bazooka chewing gum, and you like put it in and you're like, oh, Family Guy reference. Hope everybody got that. So what else did I want to go over? Not as much dip in this. Yes, I mean, we all know that's probably not as much dip as is in a normal long cut Skoal can. But that's kind of the price that you have to pay for having shit that is this goddamn smooth. Let's see. Oh yeah, sports and news recaps. Holy fuck. Notre Dame beating Louisville in 5 overtimes. Are you shitting me? I was literally on the edge of my seat. I was on the edge of my seat, and then I was like sleeping, and then I was on the edge of my seat, and then I took a dip, and then I fell asleep with a dip in, and I mean that's how you know you had a good night, when you wake up and you have a dip in. Everybody right now should go on Twitter, follow Total Dip Move. I think it's at Daily Dip or something like that. The profile picture is oh, who the fuck is the player? I think it might be Chase Utley. But their Twitter picture is like this dude, this ball player, just like throwing in a huge lipper. And this dude just tweets about like everything dip lifestyle. Like, it's fucking awesome. I get a lot of good laughs when I look at this dude's tweets, so check him out if you're on Twitter. But yeah, Notre Dame beating UL, that was a good game. I'm pretty convinced that Notre Dame everybody at Notre Dame actually has a fake girlfriend, so, I mean, I just love to rip on Manti Te'o, because that shit is, like, that's hilarious. Like, I don't even know. That's falling in love and, like, deeply in love with some fucking, like, rando that you've never even met before, and, like, talking about her on national TV. Like, don't get me wrong, Manti, like, you're a fucking great football player. You're going to make more money than I probably ever will in my life as a football player, like, but still, you fell for a fucking fake girlfriend. Retard. Actually, I shouldn't say retard. You're dumb, Manti Te'o. You're fucking dumb. Let's see, who else? Wisconsin beat Michigan, which was actually really cool. I don't know how Michigan was ever #1. I mean, like, Michigan's good and everything. They're better than South Carolina's team, that's for goddamn sure. But the fact that they haven't been able to hold that #1 ranking is just like, reaffirming that they never belonged in the top spot. But then again, Indiana didn't hold on to the top spot either. You know, they fucking lost too. So college basketball is just that's why college basketball is so lovable, because literally anything can happen. So I mean, I'm looking forward to March Madness for sure. Number one, because I won the bracket pool last year with like my group of friends. But number two, because you can just form drinking games around March Madness games. It's hilarious. For like every time Dick Vitale says, "Yeah, baby," just like take a shot or something like that. Or every time like Dick Vitale keeps rambling and like doesn't know what like train of thought he's going on, just like chug until he like just shuts up. You'll die. You'll die if you play the March Madness drinking game. Let's see. Our team is playing, University of South Carolina is playing the Tennessee Volunteers today. God knows we were fucking awful. Oh my God, we were horrible, except for Bruce Ellington. Bruce is the fucking man. We actually just got a new transfer student from Villanova, actually, and I don't remember his first name, but his last name is Carrera. I guess he's actually supposed to be pretty good. I haven't seen him play yet. I haven't gone to like any of the basketball games. The only way that you could get me to go to the basketball game is, I don't know, like throwing out free T-shirts or like providing free food or something, which Frank Martin actually does. I really like Frank Martin. I think that like South Carolina's program obviously is like not good at all right now, but like potentially in the future, because of Frank Martin, we might have a good shot at like actually maybe competing and like winning a conference or something like that. So Frank Martin, really love you, dude. I like the way you talk straight. You're a real straight shooter, Frank Martin. Let's see, what else? Yeah. Oh, Carrera. Yeah, the transfer from Villanova. Was gonna tell this story the other night, but I like didn't know if it was like too fucking risque or whatever. I went out last weekend. Ended up at this bar in Columbia in Five Points called Sharky's. And if you know Columbia, Sharky's is like a total freshman bar. Like I felt like a weird ass being there. But a few of my residents are in the Jewish fraternity, AE Pi, and so I just like showed up to this bar, had like no idea. I got in, I was just like sitting at the end of the bar, like drinking by myself, which like is great. I love doing that. I get to fucking wallow in sorrow by myself. It's wonderful. But so a few of my residents were there, and they were having like a function. It was like a CEOs and corporate hose party or something like that. And so this party like started picking up, and I like of course was like dancing and shit, like, oh, this is so fucking fun. And a few of my residents like made eye contact with me. I was like, oh fuck. And then one of my residents ends up making out with like a 25-year-old, and it was hilarious because like they were hammered, and I was just sitting there like taking pictures with them, like, that's my resident, everybody, proud of him, proud of him. And everybody was like, wait, you're an RM? I was just like, yeah. And they're like, oh, dude, that's so sick that like you get to go out and everything. I was like, yeah, not really. I mean, it's the easiest job ever. So, I mean, all right. Anyways, moving on. News stories and shit. This whole like Chris Dorner thing from LA is just really, really pissing me off. Because I saw some tweets yesterday where people are literally praising Chris Dorner for killing two people and he wounded another cop, wounded two cops actually, and then killed another one. So he's like a fucking cop killer, and people are like, oh, Chris Dorner's a fucking hero, man, fighting the system, like, yeah, fuck LAPD, like, whatever. Okay, do you not fucking realize that, like, that was somebody's daughter, that was somebody's, like, fiance, that was somebody's like dad? Do you not fucking understand that they are no longer here on this earth? Like I don't know why you would ever glorify something like that. And this motherfucker Chris Dorner, like, okay, dude, you got fired from the LAPD, like, fucking deal with it. Everybody else like in this world has fucking problems, and they deal with it like fucking normal people. They don't go on a killing rampage and like write this whole goddamn manifesto like, oh, I think Chris Dorner thinks that he's like Rambo or something like he just thinks he's the fucking shit. He's like, I'm gonna use all my expertise in weapons and demolitions training and like all this bullshit to like wage warfare against the LAPD. It's like, all right, dude. Well, like I'm pretty sure if you went up against like the thousands of Los Angeles Police Department officers that are out there looking for you right now, you would get fucking lit up immediately. Like, because I know if you're, obviously, everybody knows that if you kill a cop, like, other cops will not fucking hesitate to kill you, and that's the way it should be. Like, goddamn, that's like one of their brothers in arms, and call it police brutality, call it like this, that, or the other, but fucking cops get pissed off if you kill another cop, obviously. Like, that's just fucking... So I hope they find this dude, because he's like out in the wilderness in goddamn California somewhere now, and like just before more people die. Shit, like instead of glorifying him, how about we call him what he really is? He's a fucking murderer and a psychopath. So like, hopefully that motherfucker gets caught. Let's see. Oh, last thing. I should probably go study right now because I have an Arabic exam tomorrow. What did I do instead of studying for Arabic this weekend? Well, I had duty, number one, which is always fun. Duty is like time to, I don't know, just dick around. It's fucking awesome. But instead of studying, I just played duty. Like, fucking, I just played Black Ops 2 literally, like, all weekend. And it was awesome. Like, it was great. Finally got the gold camo for the DSR-50. So I've been flaunting that. And I'm working on getting the gold camo for the ballista. And I totally realized that, like, as I sit and I, like, take dips and, like, I play duty and everything, there's, like, a list of probably 10 or 15 phrases that I'm just always using when I play duty. And most of them are, like, derogatory. Like, I mean, my most used one is definitely, like, who the fuck puts a bouncing Betty there? Because I'll be walking in the middle of a goddamn map, like, Aftermath, where like nobody uses a bouncing Betty like ever, but I'll just be walking in like some fucking random place and goddamn bouncing Betty like comes up and hits me in the nuts and I fucking die. Like, who puts a bouncing Betty there? I hate that shit. I also hate shotgun users. If you use a shotgun and lightweight on duty, and like it's one thing if you're good, like you can rack up an insane number of kills doing that, but you're also a fucking douchebag and I hate you. What else? Oh, target finder. If you use a target finder, you're a fucking cocksucker. Like, that's just it. Target finder literally is cheating. It's fucking cheating. Like, that's just it. But, I mean, I don't know. I actually will probably go and equip target finder on the SWAT, the 3-round burst gun, after this, because, fuck, that's a good combo to have. And, let's see, what else? I think that's probably about it, actually. So, wrapping things up, final rating on Skoal Ready Cut. As far as value goes, it's very low on the scale. It's pretty expensive, and as I said, you know, you don't get a lot of dip for what you pay for it, but what you do get is insanely smooth, pretty flavorful tobacco. It's not as spicy, it's not as flavorful as Copenhagen Straight, but it still is good stuff. Would I recommend that you dip it regularly? If you have the money for it, then sure. But, oh, hello, Charlie. Charlie, come in here. Hey, everybody. This is my resident Charlie. I'm still drunk. And this is my resident... You're still drunk, really? Yeah. Is that right? Huh. All right, well, say hi to YouTube. James, this is James. That's Charlie. James, Charlie.
We're going to a basketball game.
Oh, you guys are going now? I thought they... What time does it start?
0 o'clock.
Alright, well, I'm gonna dip and play duty instead.
See you, man.
Alright, see you guys. Texas. Are we gonna kill him? Do you think we're gonna win?
Probably not.
Yeah, we're probably gonna lose. Alright, dude. Yeah, dude, see you. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I will be coming back and doing a review on, I don't know, probably whatever exotic dip I can find next. So, we'll see where my dip misadventures take me. Thank you guys for watching, and check back soon for some more videos. I also will be uploading some guitar covers fairly soon, because I've been working on my singing voice. It fucking sucks dick still, but I mean, it's getting better, and the only way to get better is like if you practice and like take criticism from people. So, thank you guys for watching, and God bless. Keep on dipping. Happy Sunday.